the right profile, so like you
Really?
might be okay. Question is, who starts first, Twitch or YouTube? Oh, YouTube's receiving content.
YouTube.
Oh, but Twitch is going live.
I got the notification from YouTube first.
And of course, I have to watch a friggin' ad on my own Twitch, like I do every week, because Twitch doesn't get their shit together.
And the sad thing is, you don't even get the money for that.
I know. That pisses me off too. That just triggered a topic that we're gonna discuss tonight.
Triggered.
So hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the show without an intro, Big Box Weekly. It's me, it's Tim. How are you?
I'm okay. It's Sunday, of course, and
Sunday, bloody Sunday. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's
been one of those
hot.
days.
Oh my god! Very hot where I am. It's hot
and where I am. It's so bad.
It's not supposed to be. It's fall started what, Friday?
Coming into October, for fuck's sake.
And it's 90.
People are already getting like their Halloween shit and their pumpkin spice, and it's 90.
It needs to not be 90.
Or people need to stop with the pumpkin spice. One or the other. Or both. I'm good with both.
Both be fine. I'm not that down with pumpkin things.
I'm not really a basic pumpkin guy either, so I'm not a fan of pumpkin. Boss brought in pumpkin bread on Wednesday. He gave it to us at the meeting. And I was like, nah, I don't do pumpkin. He's like, what? That's un-American. And I said, no, it's not. Pumpkin sucks.
Not doing apples is un-American.
Yeah, it's not like we're talking about apple pie here. Someone's printing off my printer.
Well, not me.
I don't have the tray out, so they're just falling to the floor. It's gonna suck for them.
I hope it's nothing important.
They got to figure out which papers there, because they printed some earlier too. I see a bunch of papers on the floor over there.
Somebody pick up their stuff.
Yeah, fucking making a mess of my room, which is in pristine condition, as you can see from the background of my camera here, where I have a piece of plywood, my dog's playing poker tin sign, and my pop-up green screen all just sitting right in frame. And that doesn't even count the stuff below frame. You don't see it here. Actually, you barely see it. So I finally got around to setting up a webcam so Tim can see me in real time, except it's a shitty 720p webcam, so only half my face is shown because of where I can mount it.
And the thing is that now, since he's streaming, it's like watching a slideshow.
Bah. Greg in PowerPoint form.
But it's still better than nothing.
That's true. You get a general idea of what I'm talking about. And, like, if I hold something still to show you, like, if I wanted to show you this lens cap, for example, if I hold it still enough, eventually you'll get a solid image of it.
Streamer mode enabled. What happened there?
Oh, no. What did happen there?
I didn't touch anything.
I didn't either. Everything is broken.
But yes, that I can see, even though it's like...
Yeah? Well, I challenge you. Try to read this.
Oh, boy. I can't. It's so... I didn't even see the whole thing. I saw, like the top half and then, like, the bottom quarter, and then it was off the screen. Oh, Netgear.
Netgear. Yeah, I picked up... I saw it at Staples the other day. Netgear now makes a managed consumer-grade switch.
The smart car? The smart car is in my
garage.
Driveway. It's actually in my driveway.
Leaving that out in the driveway?
Yeah. I will send it to you, Kemet.
I got a new car, too, this week.
As soon as I... Oops. Oh, fuck.
How you doing tonight, Kemet? How are you?
Where the hell are you?
He's presumably in his hometown. Maybe even at home.
Dude.
Probably getting ready for school.
That could be.
He has school in the morning, because it's Sunday.
Bloody Sunday.
Yeah.
But yep, I got it yesterday. Yes. So yesterday I got a smart car, and that's really what they're called. There's no other name for them.
See, that just seems...
It seems odd, especially when you find out that Mercedes-Benz makes them.
The other thing, too, is now we're actually getting, like, smart cars that drive themselves.
Right.
So like,
I
what's
don't
the
know.
distinction between a smart car and a smart car, like the brand versus a smart car?
Yeah,
It's
I don't.
weird. I don't understand it.
It's very odd.
Give
But
it a
it's
name. Sorry.
I ordered a couple of accessories for it, and
Is one of them a big ass spoiler? Please tell me you got a big ass spoiler for your smart car.
no, I didn't get a spoiler for it.
Like a friggin' 3-foot wing across the back of the smart car.
They do offer one actually, which is funny. I will send you a link to one.
Oh, that just is awesome.
But yes, I brought it home, and it is fun as hell to drive.
Well, because it's so tiny, it just goes wherever, right?
Yeah, and it's like driving a go-kart. Legit, it's great.
Just wish it was probably a little bit faster. Or does it have actually decent get it up and go for that little tiny engine?
Got decent get up and go for the engine. And my wife, obviously, since we went up and got it, and I wasn't trading in a vehicle, I needed someone to drive home, a vehicle that get up there and drive back. So she's got a bit of a gas or a lead foot. She's going like 70 on the way home, and I was able to keep up with her pretty cool. So
wait, hold on, 70's a lead foot
in a 55, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fast.
I didn't say it was fast. I said it was a lead foot.
Yeah, no, I usually am about 70 in a 55.
I mean, considering this car's got like 86 horsepower.
Yeah, I know. Actually, there's one section of road in Kemet's home state, actually, where I do not do 70 in a 55, where I do 55 in the 55, because there are always stadies hiding out on that highway. Yeah. Oh, boy. Watch my buddy get pulled over there doing 105 in a 65.
So he was dumb enough to get caught up to, or?
See, I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Like, I was in the passenger seat, and he was doing 105, and I thought he was a freaking idiot for doing that in the first place, because he was also doing it with the one hand on the wheel, BS. Like, dude, you have no control over this car if you lose it. And then, yeah. So, like, what happened is he was doing 105, and blue lights go on, and he's still going, and then we hit a lot of traffic. And it was a BMW, so he couldn't exactly, like, jump into the median to get around.
Wow.
Because if it was something like my vehicle, you could just jump into the median and get around the traffic, and good luck following you in a Charger.
Right.
So, I mean, like, yeah. Yes, they will, Kemet. Yes, she will. I don't know who he's talking about. What, I'm sorry, the smart car spoiler?
Yeah.
So, you're leasing this thing, right?
Yes.
Do you intend to buy it off of the lease? No
I
idea?
don't know, dude. I got 3 hours. I got 3 years to figure that one out.
Well, no, like, the only reason I was asking is I know, like, for me, for example, I'm like, okay, I'm going to lease it right now with the intent to own it, so I don't actually give a shit about the mileage, just because right now it's lower minimum payments for the time being.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Well, even if I decide to buy it after the 3 years lease, the payments don't go up that much. So
I mean, for a $15,000 vehicle,
that's 19, but
okay, well, still,
I think it goes up to $225 a month. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's like really good. I could buy one of those and just put it in the back of my truck. Just put it in the back of my truck and just like drop the ramps and go.
This one only weighs 2,500 pounds.
Oh, dude, my truck could totally do that because my my boat weighs more than that. So my truck's rated to tow up to 9,000, I think. So like I could throw 2,500 in the bed, and it's probably short enough to put in the bed because I can fit a lawn tractor in the bed of my truck. So
oh yeah, they are there. You could definitely fit it in. It's not long enough.
I'm the kind of person that would get a smart car, install a tow hitch on it, and figure out a way to put like a big ass mower on the back of it to drive it in my backyard.
Without that would be great. When I was looking for image. When I was looking for the accessories, they had a trailer as one of them. I'm like, what the fuck? How would you tow that? That thing's got to be empty.
Well, it's like a little, probably like the tiny little box trailer, right?
Yeah.
Tiny little thing. It's like for
It
putting
looks
a
like-
briefcase in, since you can't fit that in the back of the car.
It looks like something that you can pull behind your lawnmower that collects the leaves and stuff.
My lawnmower could definitely do it. My lawnmower has 25 horsepower. My lawnmower has a third the
There you go.
horsepower of your smart car.
Yes, it does.
Tim, I will drag race you in my lawnmower.
I'll get you in the long haul.
That would be interesting. Smart car versus well, I told you over here in Boston they have annual smart car drag races.
Yeah.
People who like soup up their smart cars.
Yep.
That's why I was making the spoiler joke.
Yeah. Yeah, they have it. I thought it looked too ridiculous.
I just think you got to throw a giant spoiler on it. Like double the height of the car.
There's a little wind-up thing that people put on the back of them. Looks like a wind-up car.
Oh, like yeah. There you go. That's what you got to do. I'm the person to come to hook that up to a motor so it's actually spinning as you're driving.
That would be funny.
You're driving down the highway and there's just a key turning on the top of the car. And whenever you come to a stop, the thing stops spinning.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, Tim. I know what happens next time I come out your way.
Okay. Who is Miss Vicky, Kemet?
Apparently some statey.
What's a statey?
State trooper.
Oh.
People who patrol interstate highways.
Oh.
Because over here, at least, local police, it's not in their jurisdiction to patrol interstates.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the way it is out
Super
where you're
troopers.
at, but yeah, super troopers.
Gotcha.
I guess statey is a New England term. I never really thought of it that way. I guess it is, though.
I've never heard it before.
Well, now you have. You can't say that no more.
That's true.
So, Tim, you had wanted
Yes.
to talk about that NFL bullshit.
There's
Actually,
a lot of
the bullshit reaction to it is more like
bullshit
it.
reaction, yes, of the NFL players, some taking a knee, some not coming out at all, in response to what President Trump said or tweeted, whatever it was. So they're not- I don't think they're really protesting the flag as much as they're protesting
the president.
president. So, and the Steelers, they did have one player come out who is a veteran, and he was just right outside the tunnel. And if you looked, because the cameras were all taking pictures of him, the sole Steeler guy out there standing for the national anthem. Well, right behind him in the tunnel was the rest of the fucking team. They were standing. They just weren't out on the field, so everybody else could see that they were standing. So, I personally do not need to see an entertainer, which is what they are, standing for a war ballad, which is what the national anthem is, to prove that they are patriotic. I think that entire thing is just insane bullshit that people are saying, okay, you have to stand for the national anthem while they're sitting at home sitting during the national anthem. The hypocrisy really irritates me.
Yeah. Did you see Robert Kraft's statement to Trump?
I saw his general statement that he was disappointed with
Deeply
Trump.
disappointed by the tone of the comments.
Oh.
But like, no, I thought it was interesting too because Kraft was a big proponent of Trump back at the beginning of the race.
Right.
Finally, I guess, no better way to put it, at least from my perspective, has finally gotten his head out of his ass, and sees what's going on. And then I guess I just saw this now when I was trying to look it up again. During Trump speaking to reporters just a little while ago, reporter asked Trump what he made of his friend Robert Kraft making that statement that was totally anti-him. And he comments on it saying that he thinks his ideas are disrespectful to the country, and then he wipes his brow off with his middle finger. Like, come on. Like, come on, really? Oh my! It reminds me. There's this old oh my God! Wow, words! Jesus Christ! There's this old George Carlin quote. When you're born into this world, you're given a ticket to the circus. When you're born into America, you're given a front row seat.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's sad. It's really
It is.
sad.
I try to not talk about politics too much
No,
because
we're
it can
getting
be
past that at this point.
it can get pretty, people are they take it real personal. They get real fired up about things. And I can understand why people voted for Trump. I can understand why people voted for Clinton. I didn't want either one of them to win because I understand why they would vote for Trump, because you're voting for something different, which I'm kind of all for. Okay, let's try something different, just to see if maybe it's better. Now, the way that he was presenting stuff was not necessarily stuff that I personally agreed with, but it was something different.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't vote for either one of the two.
For transparency, I did not either. My first election, I didn't vote for either of the primary candidates.
Well, you didn't really have much to choose from, unfortunately, Greg.
No, I know. It was a shitty first election.
Now, Clinton, man, she scares me to look at. I feel like if I stare too long at her, she will come through my screen and swallow my soul. and I just don't. Scary. Now her husband, I loved Bill. Bill Slick Willie, man, he was back in the day. It was good times. He didn't.
Yeah. I think I kind of held out hope that if she happened to win, maybe, just maybe, there would be a little bit of that. I think that was kind of the hope I was holding out for, that she couldn't totally screw it up.
But man, she came off like such a bitch.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, if you would just shut your mouth, you can win this going away, but she just couldn't.
No, she couldn't. And then she didn't take it seriously because she thought she had it in the bag.
Right? Well, she had people telling her that she did.
Yeah.
And then the whole bucket of deplorables comment. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But she was showing her true colors as well. Yep. So either way, I think we'd be fucked either way. Just one is a different way.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. And now I'm just wondering how long till North Korea fucking hits us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because let's keep inflaming them instead of actually doing something, right?
Yeah, because that's a good idea. Let's, call other world leaders, even though they may be complete jackasses as well. Let's call
totally
them names.
Insane.
Yeah, let's call them names, because that's, a mature thing to do.
Yep. And then...
For a president.
And then let's condemn China for not doing anything to take the person who literally could, or the country that has one of the largest populations on the planet, and could literally destroy our economy in 5 seconds. Let's piss them off too.
Yeah.
At this point, we owe so much money to them. They could just be like, "Your country is ours now."
Right. We just annexed you.
Yeah. We have just annexed you. You are now Chinese. Welcome to communism. Or is Chinese communist, or is it
ni hao? I don't know what is there.
I wouldn't talk about Rocket Man in a mean light. Just saying.
Right, that's what we're saying.
That's kind of our point, man. That's our point. It doesn't make sense to inflame. I don't
know. I'm not sure he's all up there anymore. You got to remember, he's not young either. People were saying about how old Hillary was. Isn't Trump older than Hillary?
He's the oldest United States president.
To be honest, I don't think I think dude might have
74, I think.
he might have done too much blow in the 80s.
Let me see. He's 71.
That's not as old as I thought he was, but
Oh yeah, I thought he was like 74. I guess Hillary was 69, so she's like right up there too.
Deny.
Ah.
You're agreeing with okay.
And his wife is 47, as a side note.
A former Playboy playmate too.
Oh, I was not aware of that. I
Yeah.
not really. I don't really follow that too much, to be honest.
You could see her naked if you want to. Well, she was a Playboy playmate back in my nice higher days. So
back
Yes.
when you were doing loads of blow.
back in the 90s, man, she was Playboy playmate back then. So she was still is not bad to look at, but I'm not saying she's a bad person or whatever. When people said that, some people, now I never saw any of this, but I just saw people talking about other people saying that she was getting a lot of shit for what she was wearing when she went to see Houston or whatever. I don't care what
Wait,
the First
really?
Lady wears. Yes, because I don't know if people thought it was too like high society.
She's a millionaire, multi-billionaire.
So it's like,
Billionaire?
what do you want her to wear? That do you want her to wear like a shirt from Farm and Fleet or something? Just
Is that a Midwest thing?
yes, it is.
Okay, because I have no idea what Farm and Fleet is.
Yes, it's very much a Midwest thing. Every once in a while, I forget that you are not from around here.
I know a little bit because I was out there for a couple of weeks. I know a little bit more now, but not much.
Yes. Farm and Fleet is big thing around here for farmers, obviously.
Presumably.
And, yes,
And
then they
fleeters.
have and they have this thing for Christmas. It's a section of the store that it gets changed for like kids stuff for Christmas, and it's a huge thing when that opens up. It's like you can't hardly get into the thing. The funny thing about
hold
Fleet,
on. Sorry, one thing. Kamet, your first your is incorrect. You're
Right.
using the wrong your.
the family that owned Farm and Fleet had a fallout. So one half kept Farm and Fleet, and the other half turned it into Fleet Farm. True story.
That's
So
awesome.
like half
love
the
it.
northern half of Wisconsin is Fleet Farm, and the southern half is Farm and Fleet.
Oh, I love it. That sounds perfect. I love
It is.
everything
It's
about
great.
that.
Light you?
I think he meant to say bite me, but
I
like
think so too. Fight.
okay, the F and the L are nowhere near each other. Just saying.
It's got a point there, Cabot.
Not even a little bit. Like, not even a little bit. And again, you spelled fight wrong, too.
So yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that.
I don't either. Farm and Fleet, yeah.
Oh, you buy a shirt for Farm and
Yeah.
Fleet. Farm and Fleet has clothes that you would typically see on a farmer.
I will,
they're
Kemet. Don't think I won't.
highly durable, like plaid and stuff.
Okay.
Cheap too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Stuff like that has its place. Mainly wearing it to work so I don't destroy nice clothes.
Yeah. To get manure on.
I guess I missed the point then, Kemet. I guess I missed the point.
You're right. I got to get with it. I'm sorry.
You got to get jiggy with it, Tim. You got to get
Please
down to
forgive
the
me.
youngsters level.
Please forgive me.
You got to be hip and cool, yo. I. That's lit, dude.
It is. It's so lit, fam.
Okay.
I've been changing the way I do audio for my
yeah, we were
videos.
talking about this last week, I think, where you did your first video with Audacity for audio.
Yep, and so I've now switched. I'm not using
Entirely?
Audacity. I'm not using Audacity. I'm using WavePad because
Hey, that's a good one, and their tools are actually really good. Before I switched over to Adobe, I was using WavePad.
And the reason I'm using WavePad is because I use VideoPad as a video editor.
And they
so
work together so well.
Yes.
Like you can literally just right click and do WavePad, and it just opens it up. And then when you close WavePad, it saves your changes right back into the project. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Shit. Cool.
Yeah. Wow, you reminged me of something in English. Or is that reminged?
I think it means
Is reminged what the cool kids are saying now, Kemet?
We convinced the teacher Skleep.
Is that a made-up name or is that a real name? I hope that's a real name.
Skeeb.
Oh, that's not a name. Okay.
Instead of the real meaning, I don't
know what the real meaning is.
Do I want to look it up?
I'm not hipping with it. I don't know if I want to look it up.
I'm afraid.
I'm gonna say Kemet probably should not say it in chat though.
Audition or Premiere do that too. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I haven't figured out Audition too well yet though. I use the built-in audio tools. Sorry.
Since I do the video pad and they make the wave pad, it's Skeeb is what kids call vaping. Skeeb.
When I search Skeeb, I get a professor. Whatever. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, yeah, I don't get vaping either. I don't understand that trend.
No, you know, that first started when I was, I started in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
Spampson is a vapor.
And I tried it as a method to try and half-ass quit smoking, actual smoking, you know, like real man smoking.
Like not cigars. Vaping.
Yeah, it's like, well, cigarettes too. It's just not something that I cared for.
I just don't get it.
I think it's very pussy-ish.
And you know what the thing that really drives me nuts about it too?
Yarr.
Is the people who are like, well, there's nothing wrong with it, so they have no problem just all of a sudden, you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden someone starts vaping, and you just get a fucking cloud in your face.
Yeah.
Fucking kick your teeth down your throat if you don't cut that shit out.
And some of it does have an odor to it.
Yeah. Sam vapes fruity stuff. I was behind him on the road one time. My window was down, and all of a sudden a big cloud comes out his window, and I just smell fruit.
That would be great to watch.
Because he was just getting off of work. So we were going to grab Moe's. I was driving behind him down the highway, and all of a sudden, like, just cloud comes out his window. Like, yeah, Sam. Kemet, I forgot. You disappeared for like a couple of years. Former member of Big Box, Spam Johnson. Former member of Big Box.
I never understood why you'd have like different fruity things to vape and different flavors. To me, I thought vaping was supposed to be like smoking, except you could do it in public places. I didn't want to sit there and smoke a banana, you know, or butterscotch or any of that shit. That I think that's marketed to kids.
Stick a Tootsie Roll in your mouth, Tim. Light that on fire.
Fuck, you don't tell me that it's not marketed to kids when you're making all these flavors that kids would want. Bubblegum? Come on.
Yeah. And that's how you get hooked.
Yeah. Legitly.
And that's how you go to stronger stuff. Vaping is like a gateway drug. Never thought of it that way.
I saw an ad. Now, I don't know. I didn't look close enough if this was an ad for the Onion or not.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely something that looks like the Onion would do. It's and I know some of these are actually legit. There's like vitamin vape pens that you can use to smoke to get vitamins. And this this ad, God, I hope this isn't real. This ad had like all of these like 10, 11-year-olds smoking these vitamin vape pens, and at the bottom of the screen it says does contain trace amounts of nicotine. So like
no, please, that's got to be fake.
I would hope it is.
That has to be a satire ad. That can't be real. I refuse to accept that that's real.
Because that's just wrong.
Oh, I refuse to accept that. Holy shit.
50 milligrams of nicotine. That's a lot, dude.
That is a lot.
You can't post
links, Kemet. Jesus Christ, man. Get with it.
You're not a mod
No.
in this channel.
No. Is he a mod in your channel?
I think so. Kevin, are you a mod in my channel?
He's not a mod in mine. I know that much because he doesn't watch. Just kidding. He actually does watch me stream
You
very
don't
frequently.
hardly stream though.
That's because these past few weeks have been screwed up.
That's
I've been
true.
doing 70 hours a week.
It's a
Speaking
lot.
of work, last night I get to work. My boss told me to go in late because I've been doing so many hours.
Why don't you just come in late?
He's like, come in late, get some rest, have some dinner with your family, do something. Just come in late.
Okay.
And
I'll
so I go
mod
in
you.
late. So I go in late, and I go in. I haven't thrown my safety glasses on yet, and I go in, and I get a call on the radio. As soon as I pick up a radio, that there's a jam on a conveyance line. So I go over to take a look. I throw my safety glasses on. I don't have them like right tight up against my face, which is obviously my mistake.
Right.
But I'm climbing the ladder. I'm looking up to see what's going on. And I have like a baseball cap on because I have to wear what's called a bump cap, which is basically just like a hard plastic shell inside of a baseball hat. In place of a hard hat, it's just for like light bumps to the head or whatever.
Right.
So I'm looking up. So somehow it bounces off of my forehead between the safety glasses and the brim of the hat. This little piece of rubber from the conveyor bounces off my forehead under my safety glasses and into my right eye.
Wow.
Literally 5 minutes after I get to work, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go take care of this.
What are the chances?
Dude, this thing was like a couple millimeters in size. It felt like razor blades in
That's
my
what
eye.
she said.
Like, that's not huge. That's what she said. But when that's in your eye, man, that shit hurts.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I go to one of our facilities cages, and the eye wash station that's supposed to be set up is just laying on the floor. So I'm like, shit, I guess I gotta go to the fucking on-site medical facility and file a report now. So go to the on-site facility. No one's there.
Great.
So my boss is like,
is
what
this
the...
third shift?
This is third shift, yeah. This is
Okay.
a Saturday
That's
night
fine.
at like 8
That's
o'clock. So my boss calls out on their channel. He's like, is anyone actually working here? And they're like, yeah, what's going on? It's like, I need you to take a look at one of my guys. You got something to the eye. So they come in, and the person comes in, and they're not like a medical person. They're safety at the site. And they go, fuck, it's facilities again. Which we never go over there. But she's pissed because we pulled her off her fucking smoke break.
Oh, yes.
So she comes in, she's like, yeah, I don't do blood or eyeballs, but here's the eye wash station. And it's not one of the regular eye wash stations where you lean over it and push the button. It's one of the freaking squeeze bottles.
Oh.
So I'm leaning over the sink, and she doesn't do eyes. So my boss takes this freaking squeeze bottle of saline solution, sticks it right up to my eye, and it comes out, and I see it down in the sink, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That is friggin' massive.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then
She
my
doesn't-
eye hurt the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah. That'll be irritated for. I'm surprised it doesn't hurt today.
It feels okay because it didn't move around a bunch. Because as soon as it
Okay.
happened, I closed that eye, finished what I was doing, and went to get it taken care of.
Okay.
That's what it was.
That's good thinking.
Because I was like, I don't want to deal with this crap. But like, you know how it works is after that happens, for the rest of the night, you always feel like your eye is bleeding.
Yep.
So I'm periodically pulling out my phone, putting it in selfie mode, like, is my eye bleeding? No, I'm good for now. So that's how I started my Friday.
That's no gooda.
No. And then at one point, a line of conveyance was down for a couple hours because I get over there, and it's throwing the overload. Well, I crank the overload up to 5 amps. It's a 1 horsepower motor. Try to start it up. It throws the overload. It's like, that ain't right, because that motor's rated for 1.5 amps. It's tripping a 5 amp breaker.
Damn it.
So I go over to the thing. One of the pulleys from the installers, they use a cheap-ass pulley on a press-fit bearing. It came off of the bearing, and because the belt has a pneumatic tensioner on it, it tightened the belt up with the pulley not on the bearing. The pulley was digging itself into the metal bracket. It cut about a 1/4-inch channel on the bracket.
Ooh.
So the motor just seized up.
Yeah.
So I just go, all right, I'm not dealing with this. The installers screwed this up. I'm getting the installers. The installers come over, they replace the pulley, they check the motor to see if the motor's still working, because 2 of the 460-volt phases, the wires were like melted together. So they replace the pulley, and they start up the motor again, and I hear snap. I go, what the hell? They didn't freaking finish reinstalling the belt, so it got wedged between another pulley and its frame and snapped the belt. So then they had to go find a replacement belt. And of course, this is the only section of conveyor in the building that has this specific zigzag configuration. So it's the longest belt. It's basically, it's about a 20-foot V-belt. We had one spare part, they found it. And they got it replaced. And I was like, hold on. Before you press start, I'm checking it this time. And then it was fine. But like...
So that's why we can't have nice things.
And then at another point, one of the stations that put like packages up onto a sorter, it just stops working. It keeps jamming and faulting. So I go over. It's like, what the hell? So I take a look at the belt. I see a hole in the belt. And I'm like, well, that's not good.
No.
And I take a look at the roller, and there's a big bulge on the roller underneath the belt.
That's what she said. No.
Bulge in the belt.
That's not good either. For that particular thing.
Yeah. So I take a look, and the way these belts work is they're just like they're a one-piece belt, and on one side of them they have basically a rubber bead belt built into the belt to keep it tracked right so it won't move around. Well, it got ripped off of the belt and was wrapped up in the roller. And we don't have any spare parts for this. And we need this thing back up and running like 5 minutes ago.
Of course.
So I lock it out. I get in there. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do here? How do I get this up and running? So I take the section that came loose from the belt, cut that off. So now it's got about 80% of the guide belt. And it still has a hole in the belt. I cleaned up the edges as much as possible so that it wouldn't continue to tear. And I'm like, well, let's try running this. Knock on wood, the rest of the night there wasn't a problem. I've been checking my email periodically throughout the day for work, and I haven't seen any other trouble tickets about it. So it's still working. I'm just waiting for the package with a big freaking textbook in it, where it just comes in and lands on the belt and just shifts the entire belt off track. Well, then shouldn't they wear hats, Bork? Your joke falls flat. Your joke falls flat there, Bork. You tried though, and that's what counts.
Bork.
Bork.
Because they're a chickens. I love you, Kemet.
Wait, Kemet, I thought the cool kids would have spelled it C-U-Z.
Your mouth's flat, so you don't see me complaining.
Can I just point out? I'm from here up on camera. Just pointing that out, man.
Wow. Both of us are.
Yeah. He's in a mood, man. What's the matter, Bork? Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? Is that what's going on here?
We do offer free hugs.
We do offer free hugs if you need one.
Yes.
Just let us know, man. Not a gang. I can clearly see that you got some massive gray shirt. It's just because I've lost like 40 pounds in the past 3 weeks walking 20 miles at work. That's why the shirt's massive.
What's a gang, kid?
I have no idea.
Do you know Borg?
No, I have no idea who it is. Oh.
Hello? Hello, person at Greg's door.
I have a sign on my door that clearly says, currently streaming.
Dude, I could lose like 240 pounds. I'd still be fatty, so.
So being 6 foot tall and 160 pounds doesn't make you thin? I think by definition that would make me underweight. So I think that is thin. And also, I appreciate you thinking I'm only 200 pounds. And I also don't understand how 200 pounds and 6 foot tall is fat. I think that's slightly above average.
Gonna see what
6 feet is in real measurement.
Ah,
That's
what she
about
said.
1.8 meters. Ha! Look at that. An
I
American who
don't
knows
math.
conversions,
I-
motherfucker.
Don't math.
I love the trolls, Tim. We don't ever... You know what's funny? It's always on Big Box Weekly or Minecraft streams where we get the trolls.
That's true.
It's never freaking Counter-Strike or PUBG or any of this crap.
1.8 meters.
Well, yeah, considering a meter is about 39 inches, 6 feet is, 72 inches, so that would be 78. It's about 1.9 meters, actually. Sorry. My rough math in my head was off. Assuming.
It's a whole lot of numbers.
So he's sitting here going, wait, you're going to see what 6 feet is in real measurement, trying to make fun of Americans, and the American comes out and gives him his answer faster than he can get it. Can we just take a moment to revel in that fact?
That's true.
Can we just take a moment? Because it's Minecraft, let's be honest.
Oh, 1.08.
No. It's 1.8. Or about 1.9. Somewhere in there. But yeah.
You know, growing up, my school always said that they were going to teach us the metric system, and then they never did. So I blame my education growing up.
Yeah, being an engineering student, I kind of needed to.
You say 1.80, not 1.8. Where are you from, Bork? I'm guessing Sweden.
Oh, okay, you guys add the extra 0, even though it doesn't give meaning to the number.
I have a friend that lives in Sweden someplace. I can't pronounce the town that he's in, though.
Does it have like a K and a J next to the name? Anyone in the name?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Oh,
you said 200 pounds.
No, 200 kilogram is a lot more than 200 pounds.
I don't know what's the
The conversion, 200 pounds is about 90 kilograms.
Oh.
Give or take.
Yes,
So
200 kilograms.
200 kilograms is like 450 pounds.
Yeah, that's decent.
I'd actually, I don't think I could walk if I was 200 kilograms. That would make life hard. I don't think I could even get into my vehicle.
You're not 200 pounds then.
I'm not 200 kilograms either.
No.
I'm about... let's see.
Let's play Guess
here.
Greg's Weight.
Let's play Guess the Weight.
What's behind door number 3?
I'm going to really screw with him. He's here talking about kilogram. I weigh about 18 stone. Do the conversion. I'm that guy.
You are.
That's what I do. I weigh about 18 stone.
So what are you up to tonight, Bork? I know what Kemet's up to.
I know I don't even know what I'm up to, so I'd like to know what someone's up to. Oh, so 114 kilogram, give or take, roughly that. I rounded up. I'm about 113, like 112.8 per kilogram. I mean, yeah, it is. Like, I've never said I'm not.
This is true. 114,305 metric tons.
Oh, it's about 190 centimeters. But yeah, no, it is still. It is. Yeah, I'm fat. I know I'm overweight.
There's way too many numbers in chat right now.
There are. There's way too many number.
Anyway, so I passed the Wisconsin Statutes and Rules exam, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
One more
Congratulations.
That I'm down.
How many left?
Well, it depends on
what you choose to do.
Which license that I'm going for.
Well, with what you currently think you're going for, how many left?
Exams? 1.
Okay.
But that I can't take that until after I got in 360 supervision hours. 1.80 is short as fucking Sweden. Most people, men, are above 1.90.
So that's like 6'2". I mean, I think the average male height in America is like 5'8". I might be streaming after this, Kemet. Depends on how awake I am. Last night was a long night at work. So it depends on how awake I am. But I might be streaming after this. I might go in. I might do one final kindergarten stream to go in and mess around with some of the alternative stuff that I never found in the game. I might. I'm not decided yet.
I might do another thing of weapons expert, depending on what map it's on.
Ah, I see. Depending on the map, I may join then. Join. But yeah. So, what the hell was I just talking
It doesn't
about?
seem right, though.
What was I just talking about?
Oops.
We're professionals, guys. No worries. So, shit, what was I even just talking about?
I don't know, man.
So I'm picking up an iPhone 8 Plus tomorrow.
You are then.
I am.
You're not going to wait for the X?
I believe the average is 5'8", which is approximately like 1.160 meter.
The average height of males in Sweden is 180 centimeters.
Oh.
Or 5'10".
Oh, so you mean 180, which is what I said I am. Heyo.
Yes. The average male height in Spain is 170.
The average American height for men is 177 centimeters, which is about 5'10". That's not what the Google says, sir. And I have a longer-term relationship with Google than I do with you, so I do believe that I'm listening to Google. Yeah, some of us
Except
are.
for our basketball players. Our basketball
Even
players.
some of them are short as hell. Like Muggsy Bogues was 5'3".
How many Muggsy Bogues are there in fucking... Come on, what's the average height of the NBA?
I don't know. Paul Pierce.
It's not 5'3".
Paul Pierce wasn't that tall.
Taller than...
Taller than 5'3". He was like 5'7".
Paul Pierce? Really?
He was kind of short, yeah.
Oh.
Let me look it up. Or I'm totally off. No, he was 6'7". Never mind.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now I remember. My cousin was taking a photo with him, and it was his height. Because my cousin's tall AF.
You barely know any women. So you... Okay.
I mean, yeah, if you barely know any women, you know, you barely know any women under the height. So I suppose, yeah, I understand. I get it. You need help with the ladies, and that's why you're here. But yeah, so no, I'm not waiting for the 10 because I thought about it, and I looked at it, and the hardware specs and battery life and shit are pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, you are.
Actually, I never...
Well, actually, no,
no one called you a virgin.
That's true. We just said apparently you don't know very many women. That doesn't mean you don't know just one. And it is multiple Americans, too.
Yeah.
It's not just one. Because, you know, the other stereotype about Americans is we're all rude. So you shouldn't expect anything but.
If we were rude, you'd have been banned a long time ago.
That's true. Nah, I will not be waiting for that, Kemet, because I'm an iOS guy. Actually,
Kemet
no,
does like the Google Pixel, huh?
The problem is for me, I can only access my work email outside of work on iOS Mail because of security stuff. So,
yes.
I kind of like having an Apple phone so I can basically read my email before I go to work so I can know what the hell I'm walking into. It's not so that I can help them when I'm not on the clock, it's so I know what I'm walking into. Thought it was prude because you're all prude. Wow. So yeah, no, I'm going as Tim pulled the trigger. Tim pulled the trigger.
I was being nice. I was being nice.
Tim pulled it. See, it always just makes me laugh when someone uses the term cuck, because when I hear the term cuck, I just assume that there's some SJW, and then I just don't really want to deal with them.
Yeah.
That's just, you don't
I
have a
gauge
work...
the-
Well, I do have a work phone. It's just, I don't like carrying two phones. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
And plus, I'm planning on getting the 256 gig iPhone 8 Plus, so like I can have everything on that one phone. Because if I turn this back in and get my own work phone plan, I can, or get my own phone plan, I can just kind of expense that. Like, that's what most of the guys there do.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I got to be careful about showing my work phone because there's an asset sticker on it. And that kind of really gives away the company I work for.
Oh.
Because it's the logo.
Going back and pausing the stream.
Nope,
Zooming in.
I showed the back side of my phone. I did not show the front side, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Playing dirty, okay. What? I'm confused now, Kemet. But yeah, so no, basically, like, for me, the difference between the 8 Plus and the 10 comes down to, do I want Touch ID and a user interface that's navigated the same as all of my other Apple devices, including my work phone?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I want Face ID and a user interface that is inconsistent across my work phone and my iPad and every other Apple device I've ever owned? Because without the physical home button, they changed the way iOS 11 works. Normally, you know how you swipe up on the phone to get your control center, like your volume, your brightness, and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Well, now swiping up is the same as home button. If you want the control center, you have to swipe down, which normally will give you your notifications.
Gotcha.
Well, no, I have to have a work phone line, Kemet, for being able to be contacted. So I totally can write off my phone bill for business if I don't have them provide me a phone. Actually, it's funny because they gave me a Verizon phone. They gave me a Verizon phone, so I actually have no service in my house on my work phone. Because they have, like, some deal with Verizon, I guess. We've hit the 50-minute mark, Tim.
Did we start early?
A minute.
So we should be like 53 minutes.
We're 52 and a half.
Like, okay.
So, like, we hit the 50-minute mark. We are there.
That's
Tim.
impressive. Yeah.
We just had so much fun fucking with the troll. Got us
And
through.
actually, that didn't take up the majority of the time, though.
Yeah, I know. Politics did, which is something we usually stray from, but...
For a
Then
good
aren't
reason.
you going to have to switch on your phone? Huh? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm really confused, Kemet. I'm so confused.
I
Is
don't
your
know
sta-
what's going
Is
on.
your statement hella lit?
Hello, kitty.
Meow.
Carrier. Switch carriers on your phone?
Well, I have AT&T, so I'm just not going to use Verizon. I'm just going to give them my AT&T bill and write it off.
Yeah.
What he said. I think that's going to wrap it up.
Okay.
We'll be back shortly. Some of us will. Your statement is hella lit. Okay, I'm understanding the vernacular now. I'm with it. I'm hip.
Cool.
Okay. And on that note, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. Any parting words of wisdom, Tim?
You know, if you don't like a stream, just go to a different one.
Or let us fuck with you and ban you.
There's that option too.
It works.
It's up to you.
It is really your choice.
Yes,
See how
it is.
long you can get. This is probably one of the longest lasting trolls.
It was, yeah. Because
You
I
got
was
1, 2,
I was feeling
3,
nice.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. He got 23 messages in before we banned his ass.
I was nice tonight.
I think the only time we had a longer one was a GNL show where it was just me and Gordo. And we had this one guy come in and troll. And I think he got to about 30 messages.
Wow.
And, like, he was starting to not make sense anymore. So Gordo was like, look, dude, you got one more chance. This is your last message.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. Remember that.
This is your last... What was the guy's name? Monster Dude? This is a different guy, but Monster Dude, yeah. Monster Dude came in when I was streaming with Olivia.
Yeah, he had like
and
69.
And was harassing her. Yeah. On like 7 different accounts and got banned on all of them.
Monster Dude 69, yeah.
Banned on all of them. That wasn't cool. I don't mind people harassing me on stream, but don't harass the people I'm streaming with.
Right.
Like, don't come in and be like, that person you're streaming with sounds thick. No, fuck you.
That I don't know. That makes me laugh every time I hear that. Thick.
It's a stupid word too, and the way they use it, they intentionally spell it wrong. It's got 2 C's.
Yeah, that's why it makes me laugh.
Double C's in it.
Yep.
Never mind. I'm gonna leave that joke alone. Anyways, we are gonna call it a night. Thank you for tuning in, Kemet. Bork, if you're still out there, have a good one, sir.
I hope you find your joy in another. Judging by your Twitch channel, you drink a lot, so you might want to see a counselor about that soon.
And I hope you can get rid of that V card. Have a good one, sir. Deuces. The vernacular, I understand.